You want to hear me complain about Seattle to Victoria?
Yeah.
You want to hear me complain about transit?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome, Raiders.
Hello,
Raiders.
You're watching Desert Bus for Hope. We're raising money for Child's Play charity. We have raised $528,000 this year somehow. And we are continuing to do that thanks to generous donations like this $10 from /, bracket, caret, _, caret, close bracket, /
Are you guys at all worried about getting through your giveaways? I don't know how many you have this shift.
I think we have one left,
Okay.
and it is
got
directly
plenty of time.
connected
Yes.
to something that may be happening soon.
Yes.
I actually don't know if that giveaway is being started before or after or during as part of it.
I imagine that we are going to be having some time afterwards.
Cool.
Because it's going to be a little chaotic for a little bit, but we should still absolutely have time to take care of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to complain
About Seattle?
about Seattle to Victoria.
Do it.
I want to complain so bad.
Do it.
Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to Seattle to Victoria, we are not that far apart. All right? There are some very easy transit routes to get there. One of which is the Clipper. That's one of the most common ones. It's a passenger-only ferry that goes from Seattle to Victoria's Inner Harbor.
I took it for the first time.
Was that your first time taking it?
I've never taken the Clipper before.
Wow, what? That was one of the worst days you could have ever taken that boat. I'm glad that you made it.
That wasn't that bad.
I'm glad that you made it.
It was worrisome that we weren't going to leave,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
You got lucky on the windbreak.
It was kind of rocky, but it
Yeah.
wasn't that different than a cruise ship.
In the winter, you have to just hope that you don't have a super windy day, because otherwise it is dicey. But it's a very fun and easy to... It's a fun trip, and it's easy to get on and off. You just can't get a car, but whatever. However, for aforementioned reasons, you can try to figure that one out later.
All right, anytime you want.
I'll go for it. I'm just complaining here.
Thank you for that latest $10 donation from bracket / close bracket, open bracket, large capital O with umlauts, comma, capital O with umlauts, close bracket, open bracket, / close bracket.
Well
we appreciate your
done.
support.
Well done. That ferry ride's about 2.5 hours, and in the winter it can be a little bit weird just because if you get tons of waves, it's not fun, and if it's really bad, they will actually just cancel it because it's not safe. Your other two options in terms of ferries are driving up to Tawasin, so going through like the Peace Arch or the 543 crossing,
Truck crossing?
the truck crossing,
Yeah.
and going over to Delta, catching a BC ferry, going to Schwartz Bay, and then going down to Victoria. Fun fact, sometimes if the Clipper doesn't go, it'll do that. They'll put you on a bus and go up through the Peace Arch and then down to the BC ferry and then take it down. But seaplanes are the real danger thing because the seaplane fleet between Seattle and Victoria is old. And if there's even a little bit of fog, your plane just won't go.
Yeah.
There is another ferry option, which is the one that I took.
That's the Black Ball Ferry, which comes out of Port Angeles. That's a more common one for a lot of people to use.
So from Seattle, you either have to drive all the way down around the Sound to get to Port Angeles, or you have to take a different ferry and then drive like an hour and 15 minutes and then take a ferry to Victoria. So that's what I did to be here, and that's what I'm going to be doing home. And it turns out, if you take the 4 p.m. ferry leaving Victoria, you get to Port Angeles, you drive to Kingston to take the ferry to Edmonds, and you get there just in time to see a ferry leave. Every time.
Oof.
And then you just have to sit there and wait the maximum amount of time for the next one, because that's just how their sailings line up, and with the length of the drive, it's great.
Yeah. Andrew, please.
I missed it. I was going to say boob.